kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Welcome back to the Real Housewives of the Beverly Hills After Show. I am your host, Shawn Pelofsky, and we are live, so make sure you tweet us your questions. And I just have to say, in tonight's episode, the cat ladies and the duck faces are back. But this time, they're up to wacky hijinks and making amends. And tonight to discuss with me is the man with a jawline that never ends, Justin Martindale.
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. Well, welcome. Such a joy to be here.
It's always great to have you and your pompadour hair,
It's
Justin.
here, girl. Yep.
And then, of course, to the right to me, I have the royal version of Persian, Matthew Nouriel.
Hey, what's up, guys? So good to be here.
Well, I have to say, this episode, of course, it was very, very, very apparent that Brandi has lost her fucking mind, okay? And it's just, it was so apparent because in this episode, she announces that her ex-boyfriend, J.R., cheated on her with another girl. The girl has moved to California to be with J.R., and she is still in love with J.R. You are a dumb bitch, Brandi. You know what? You know how dumb you are? You keep moving houses because you don't remember where you live.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. It's her 5th house in, what, 5 years?
Yeah.
Totally normal to have that happen in L.A., yeah. I'm like, what is she, I don't understand. She's a mess. She's a big train wreck. And apparently she likes guys with the initials JR because she has her new mover friend, Jake Ryan, who helps her move. And what you do with your movers, I mean, I don't know if you do. Well, you do probably. You judge an abs contest. You know, that's what you do. Totally normal.
Jake Ryan, that's an original name.
I know.
No one's ever heard that one.
It's a
Hello.
It's a porno name is what it is.
It's from 16
Honestly.
Candles.
Oh, well, it's a I guess he's
So
watching.
I didn't know that. I've never seen 16 Candles.
Okay,
but it
I'm
definitely
all-
sounds
no.
like a
Thank you,
porno
Matt.
name to me.
Matthew watches 16 inches.
There we go.
That's the one.
No, it's just really interesting to me, though, that she seems like such a ballsy, tough woman, and then to hear her say something like, I don't know, maybe I'd still be in love with him, maybe I'd still want to be him, and then stalk him down Beverly Boulevard. It was just really intriguing to me. I didn't peg her for that.
Well, we didn't peg her for that because she's written a whole book about how her ex-husband, Eddie Siberian, cheated on her and how you can never wrong her. And yet, the bitch puts on a wacky wig, right? And a babushka,
Yeah.
right?
Really inconspicuous.
Yeah.
It was
no-
like the Real Housewives of Tampa.
There you go.
Like, that's what they were going for.
And, you know, she's walking down Beverly Drive, which I live near, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, she looks like
Stalker
terms
alert.
of endearment, right? Endearment. Terms of endearment. And it's just, it was super nutty. It was just shocking to see that she is that weak of a person.
Yeah.
It was just very weird, too, because they were like, well, he's alone.
Yeah. And
I'm glad
suddenly,
we did this.
yeah.
And what was a bigger travesty to me was that she was wearing a hot pink leopard print babushka, of all things. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Very unfashionable.
Looked like Lisa Vanderpump. That's
There you
what
go.
that was.
But suddenly everybody is best friends with Kim in this season. So go figure that. We see Brandi with Kim, and now we see Yolanda. Is it the lupus that's affecting Yolanda? That she's like, hey, I think Kim is very lovely,
I
right?
don't know. I think it's because Kim has the best pills. I think that's what it is. I think they're like, oh, okay, that'll do, pig. Come on, just give me some.
Yeah, everyone's taking it onto Kim. And the only one who's really not hanging out with Kim lately is, of course, Lisa Vanderpump, who only seems to be hanging out with, the Shiva? Muhammad's new... Shiva.
The goddess Shiva.
Shiva, yeah, the new rich one of Muhammad. And it makes me think, like, who do you guys think is the richest housewife?
The richest housewife. I've been waiting to answer this question for years. I'm going to have to go with Yolanda Foster. I'm going to have to stick with Yolanda. She's the gold digger. She knows how to sniff out a dollar.
Yeah, and she has to keep her man. She's in 90s, and she's baking and doing shit
She was with
to
Mohammed.
keep... Yeah.
Now she's with David.
Yeah.
She's dressing in 90s. She has to, every afternoon when David comes home,
Yeah.
she's like, I still got it. I still got it. It's me, David. I love you. I made meatloaf.
But don't you think she has to? Because I'm sure she has a prenup. That's why she has to keep him hanging on, right?
Yeah, she's got.
She
I mean,
has to.
I think she's the richest for sure.
Next
think her
year, Bill
husband-
Gates she'll
Bill
get.
Gates.
Yeah.
Stephen
Her
Hawking.
husband.
Just
Yeah.
Her husbands are the richest. I don't think she's the richest. I think Adrienne Maloof is the richest because
Yeah.
that bitch owns a basketball team and a hotel in Las Vegas.
Yes.
That's real rich.
But
And
has the
don't
worst
forget-
weave.
Worst we've ever. All that money, and she's still got tracks
That
showing and
track
gaps.
in the back.
Don't forget, she also has the Maloof hoof.
Yes.
I mean, how rich
Is
can
that
you
the
get?
camel toe?
No. Oh, hey.
I don't know. That was a real question.
No.
What's a Maloof hoof?
That was her shoe line.
Oh, the hoof.
Get on board
I
with the
know.
Real Housewives
I
of
forgot about her
Beverly.
shoes.
Bad fan, bad fan.
That was Lisa's shade thrown in her direction, right?
Yes.
Cause of a big
The
fallout.
Maloof hoof. I actually think that Lisa Vanderpump is the richest because every time that you get a view of her house, they have to pull back for like 5 minutes just to see all the land she owns. And in this episode, they just they don't even have a storyline really with Lisa anymore. It's just to show you how rich she is. And this one, what was the plot? To show you how many immigrants she employs?
Yeah, she was like, it was so crazy because I was driving down the street and what was her name? Grisabella, Marabella, Mariposa, something, was walking up the street and we just had this connection and I put her to work. She hasn't seen her family in 10 years.
Oh, God. My favorite was her Persian seamstress named Claire, a.k.a. my great aunt Babushka, but sewing on diamonds on the cuffs of her. I mean, who has it? And she's sitting there going, I don't even have time to go shopping. I have to have the seamstress
so
come here."
busy.
She's so busy having a seamstress tell her what to wear. I mean,
But I'm wondering if that's Claire from Claire's. Because everything was bedazzled and jeweled.
I got a glue gun at home. I would help Lisa right away for $10 million, okay?
No.
Yeah, Lisa Vanderpump's the richest. Claire is the fucking second richest,
And
right?
the least richest has to be Lisa Rinna because this bitch just keeps taking odd jobs here and there. She's got a new gay agent and she's doing whatever she can. I think I saw Lisa Rinna selling plasma on the street
She
once.
probably did. Well, she has her new agent who's 25 because that's a professional. She's like, he's hungry. I'm like, no, you're
he was
available.
hungry. He was hungry.
He was hungry. He
was gay fat.
He was gay fat. He was fat. And then he's like, here's a series from Scream. She's like, I'll do anything. And then God bless her though, because they showed her Depends commercial on Bravo. She's like, I winked all the way to the bank. I'm like, okay.
You piddled all the way.
You tinkled all the way to the bank. That's what you did.
Yeah.
But at what point does that happen to a woman? I mean, she was a somewhat respectable actress at some point, wasn't she? And at what point did she say, I'm going to do this reality show? And how many times, like, no, we don't want you on the show? For her to be like, I'll talk about the Depends commercial if you put me on the show.
I know.
And then she's on the show talking about her Depends commercial and how she can't get work.
Yeah.
That takes chutzpah.
I really appreciate the fact that she lies to her children. Because she's like, during the break, she was like, FYI, I have a haunted house, and there's demons and ghosts in my house, and my kids heard it, and I just said no.
And then suddenly you hear, oh no, that wasn't me. She's standing in her Depends.
Yeah, just like some dead river ghost in the corner. Just
That
like,
wasn't the horse farting this episode. It was Lisa Rinna.
Oh, that one. That was just the soundbite for their horseback.
Yeah.
Spectacular. That Yolanda went on and what's her name?
Yeah, they have horses. Yeah, Yolanda, they have horses. But, also this episode, we got to see, Brandi, of course, is always meeting up with somebody to
move forward.
To move forward. And she met up with Catwoman, and they had a conversation. And do you really think that Catwoman was going to forgive her, or did you really feel like that was a genuine answer that Adrienne gave her? Like she's like, oh, I don't hate you.
No, she hates her.
Yeah.
She hates her.
I mean, I think it goes beyond hate. That's what she was trying to get at.
I don't know if it was the multiple eye lifts, but there was definitely some just hate, just like that. Like, you can't really tell anymore. I can't tell if you're being sincere or just loathing. She's like, I don't hate you, I loathe you. That's what she was saying with her dead eyes.
Yeah, I would not screw with Adrienne, even though she's the size of a hobbit. Doesn't she know, like, Krav Maga,
She threw her husband down, remember that? A few
Yeah,
seasons ago? She threw him down, that's why his nose looks like that, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
She kicked him in the face at some point.
Well, and that's why he hosts Botched now. I mean, that's where it goes. You date a Maloof, you host a Botched show.
Well, we do have a new segment this show, and it is the she's so shady.
You got it. You did it.
She's so shady.
She
That
is
was
so
that was like
shady.
the worst black woman impression I've ever done. Let me try that again. Oh, she's so shady. And this episode, there was a lot of shade thrown. I personally think the shadiest moment is when Yolanda and her sweet Dutch accent had turned to crazy Kim when they went horseback riding, and Kim shows up to be nice to go horseback riding with Lyme's disease.
Yeah.
And she says to her, I am dressed as the Dutch version, and you're the, and she's looking at Kim in her flannel dressed like a lesbian, and she's like, you're the American version. And I thought it was just it was all shades.
It was all
saying
shades.
like,
Yeah.
I'm better than you. I
Yeah.
know how to ride a horse. You can't even dress yourself.
All
You know
shades
why
of
you're on
shade.
this show? Because you're in Beverly Hills. It's America, Yolanda. And then the best part, she's like, oh, it's so hot in here. I'm like, yeah, because you're wearing a damn pea coat. Take it off, you creepy Dutch.
Yeah, what was the extra 5 pounds that made her much hotter?
Oh, but I thought Kim looked good. I'm glad she got out of the house.
Well, in Yolanda's defense, she did look pretty goddamn fabulous riding a horse in all white. And you know that's some rich people shit right there as well, because who do you know how dirty you get horse riding? She
I don't
probably
know.
feels she's
Jews
riding
don't
horse
ride
riding.
horses.
But
I don't
this
know.
one does. But it's okay, I'm from England.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
you're
fine.
English.
No, but she looked great, so good for her. And in all honesty, she did look way more fabulous than Kim, so I'm all right with a
Well,
little bit
Yolanda's
shady.
used to writing
Yeah.
everything.
Hey.
Shade.
What do you think, Justin, was the shadiest moment?
I definitely think there was some awesome shade thrown between Brandi and Lisa this episode. I think the best one was Brandi. Brandi came after Lisa, where she says, she goes, oh, I'm a doer. I like to go do things. I don't have time to sit around and polish my gold and diamonds and drink tea and crumpets. You know who you are.
Oh. Yeah, and it's not
Yes.
Simon Cowell.
No, it is not Simon Cowell.
That was definitely hands down one of the best shady moments. And I also like Lisa's shady moment, which was towards her,
Lisa's
I
the
think.
best at throwing it because
She
with
really-
with the English accent, like you can do it
Yeah.
too. No matter what you say, be like, your mother's a whore.
Yeah.
and it comes out.
Like
it sounds
genteel,
okay, but
yeah.
like we're smarter than that
She's
to know.
like the Mr. Burns of the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Mr.
I just like
Mr. Buns?
Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Buns?
Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Okay,
Yes.
let's all make
You
fun
mean
of
Jake
it.
Ryan?
The porn star?
No, the guy from 16 Candles.
No, I just liked it when she was sitting there sort of twiddling his, when you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Which was definitely one of her subtle, shady moments, meaning
Thrown towards Brandi.
thrown towards Brandi because they're
Yeah.
no longer friends anymore. I mean, she's talking about how she's hanging out and shopping with Shiva now.
She's sitting Shiva.
She's sitting Shiva with
That's
Shiva.
a Jew joke.
I don't understand this Jew joke.
Well,
What does it mean?
well, Jews sit Shiva when somebody dies, and I think it's very appropriate because Shiva, marrying Muhammad, it's
Yeah,
obviously
it's
the
going to end pretty soon. As soon as she turns 27, it's over.
Oh, wow.
death of her dignity.
So this is foreshadowing.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
definitely. Well, I'd like to thank all our fans for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and watch us live and tweet in your questions. We do want to give a couple of fan shout outs because we got some questions here from some fans. From the Housewife of Glendale, at Housewife of Glendale. She asked us, do you think that Adrienne agreed to meet with Brandi because she's so desperate for camera time?
Absolutely. I'm going with you, Glendale. I absolutely think Adrienne was like, well, I got fired. I have nothing to do except for this basketball team.
Gosh, and this Palms Casino.
And this Palms Casino.
What a thorn in my side.
Well, and I'm sure Faye, we haven't seen Faye. Is it Faye? Faye.
Yeah,
We haven't seen
Faye,
Faye.
right.
you
so-
know I'm Fayeophobic.
Yeah, Fayeophobic. So I think Adrienne's honestly just like, okay, I'm back. She just wants that little last word in
Yeah.
there, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have much of a storyline if it wasn't for that anyway. So
That's true.
She's definitely.
Besides
back
her
to that.
dating fetuses. So she's got to do something. And our second question comes from at Coffee Talk WC. She asked, Brandi and Kim dress in disguise to spy on Brandi's ex. Who else do you think the other housewives should spy on? Oh, I think that's easy. I think that the housewives should spy on Mauricio.
I was going to say Mauricio as well.
Yeah. He's Latin, and I'm sorry. Those boys that tend to cheat. I mean, well, except one. But you know, there's all that hearsay that he's the cheater, pumpkin eater.
I don't know. Follow him around. I see him in West Hollywood a lot.
Get out.
I know.
Yeah, that's because he's cheating with me.
Well, he's doing real estate.
Yeah, he's the richest one. Let's all go stalk Mauricio.
Let's do it.
I'm
I got
good with
time
that.
tonight.
Well, listen, he's got a private jet, so I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
What's
and
that?
Don't interrupt Kyle at Tahoe, Brandi. Just
Yeah.
let her have her vacation.
That's
She already
right.
has her camera crew there. She doesn't need you.
Let her
bugging
have her
her.
vacation.
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and subscribe now to the stream.tv here on YouTube and continue to tweet us all out throughout the week with the hashtag RHOBHAS. Yes, that's a mouthful. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you next week. Cheers, darling. Mwah. Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
Bye.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live. In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited. This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them. Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
That the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.